Have you ever noticed how some people seem to age gracefully, calm, healthy, and content, well into their 70s, 80s, or even 90s? They don't always follow fancy diets. They don't spend hours in the gym, and sometimes their secret isn't something they do. It's someone they live with. And that someone might just be a cat. Yes, a cat. It might sound strange, but the more we learn about aging, health, and the power of connection, the more we realize these little furry companions might be doing more than just sleeping on the windowsill. They might actually be helping us live longer. Cats have been with humans for thousands of years, but only recently have scientists begun to understand just how much they can impact our health, especially as we age. Unlike dogs, cats are calm, independent, and low maintenance. But that doesn't mean they don't care. Their presence has been linked to lower stress levels, reduced anxiety, and even better heart health. How? Let's talk about their purr. A cat's purr vibrates at a frequency between 25 and 150 hertz, a range that's been scientifically shown to promote healing in bones and tissues. Some call it healing sound therapy, but to cat owners, it's just the beautiful hum of peace. And for seniors, that peace can mean better sleep, lower blood pressure, and even a stronger immune system. Scene 2, stress, cortisol, and the calming effect. After 70, the body becomes more sensitive to stress. Cortisol, the stress hormone, can wreak havoc on the immune system, heart, and even memory. But here's the thing. Studies show that simply petting a cat can lower cortisol levels in the body. That gentle, repetitive motion of stroking their soft fur creates a calming effect, not unlike meditation. And unlike humans, cats never judge. They don't complain, they don't pressure us to be someone else. They simply exist, quietly, comfortably with us, and sometimes that's all we need to feel okay. Scene 3, science backs it up. This isn't just a cute idea, it's science. Researchers at the University of Minnesota found that cat owners were 30% less likely to die of a heart attack than people who never owned cats. Another study published in the Journal of Vascular and Interventional Neurology found that cat ownership could reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Even the CDC acknowledges that pet ownership, especially cats, can help lower blood pressure, cholesterol, and triglyceride levels. That's not magic. That's biology mixed with a little love. Scene 4, a life anchored in routine. As we age, routines become vital. They help us stay mentally sharp, emotionally balanced, and physically active. Cats are creatures of habit. They eat at certain times, nap in their favorite spots, and expect their humans to be there. That's a beautiful thing for seniors. Feeding a cat in the morning, cleaning the litter box, making sure their water bowl is full. These small acts add rhythm and responsibility to the day. It's not a burden, it's a reason to keep going, a reason to get out of bed, a reason to smile. Scene 5, the story of Mrs. Harriet. Let me tell you about Mrs. Harriet. She's 84 years old and lives alone in a small town outside Vancouver. 10 years ago, she lost her husband. For a while, she stopped going out. Her health began to decline. She barely ate. Her family was worried. Then one day, her granddaughter brought home a kitten, just a tiny ball of orange fluff with big eyes and louder purrs. Harriet named him Oliver. Within weeks, everything changed. She started waking up early to feed him. She talked to him throughout the day. She even began knitting again, little sweaters for Oliver. Fast forward 10 years. She's still living alone, but no longer lonely. Her doctor says her blood pressure has normalized. Her cholesterol dropped. She's even off her anxiety meds, all thanks to a 4-kilogram orange cat named Oliver. Scene 6, the power of companionship. Loneliness is one of the biggest health threats to older adults. It increases the risk of dementia, depression, and early death. But when you have a cat, you're never truly alone. They may not talk, but they listen. They may not hug, but they cuddle. They may not say, "I love you," but they show it every single day in their own quiet way. That kind of companionship is powerful medicine. Scene 7, teachers of mindfulness. Cats don't rush. They stretch before they move. They nap when they're tired. They find the warmest spot in the room and soak in the sun. They don't live in the past or worry about tomorrow. They're masters of the moment, and if we're paying attention, they teach us to do the same. For seniors who often feel the weight of time passing, that kind of mindfulness can be life-changing. It can reduce anxiety, improve mood, and increase appreciation for the little things. Scene 8, a small investment, a big return. Cats are also affordable. They don't need daily walks. They don't require big yards. They're happy in apartments, studios, and quiet homes. For seniors on fixed incomes or limited mobility, that makes them the perfect companion. The cost is low, the care is simple, but the return? In love, comfort, and health, it's huge. Scene 9, when life slows down, a cat speeds up your spirit. As we grow older, life slows down. The house gets quieter. The phone rings less. But a cat brings energy, curiosity, and play back into the room. Their silly antics, unexpected jumps, and sudden sprints down the hallway remind us to laugh. Their need for touch reminds us we are needed. And being needed might just be the most powerful anti-aging force in the world. Conclusion, the real secret. So what's the real secret to living beyond 70? Sure, eat well, move your body, stay mentally active, but don't underestimate the healing power of a cat. And more scene. Scene 1, the unexpected link. Science has shown that companionship is one of the most powerful medicines for aging gracefully. And cats? They do it better than we think. Their soft presence lowers stress hormones. Their purring. It actually vibrates at a frequency that promotes healing. Crazy? Not really. People over 70 who own cats report lower blood pressure, better sleep, and even fewer doctor visits. Coincidence? We don't think so. Scene 2, the science behind it. Studies from institutions like the University of Minnesota have found that cat owners are 30% less likely to die of a heart attack. Why? Because cats help us stay calm. Their independence encourages us to keep our routines, our homes clean, and our minds focused. And when they curl up next to us after a long day, it's like the universe whispering, "You're not alone." Scene 3, real-life stories. Meet Barbara. She's 82, lives alone, and has 3 cats, Luna, Jasper, and Momo. She lost her husband 10 years ago, but never lost her spark. "I talk to them every morning," she says. "They don't judge, they just love." And somehow she's never needed medication for anxiety or depression. She says the cats healed her heart in more ways than one. Scene 4, more than just pets. Cats teach us something profound. To rest when tired, to stay curious, to stretch often, to enjoy the quiet. Isn't that the lifestyle we're all told to pursue after 70? Scene 5, a life with purpose. Taking care of a cat gives seniors purpose. Feeding them, cleaning after them, getting up in the morning, because someone's waiting for you. That's powerful. That's healing. Closing, the real secret. So what's the secret to living past 70 with grace, health, and happiness? It's not just diet, not just exercise. Sometimes it's soft fur, gentle purrs, and the quiet companionship of a feline friend. If you're over 60, or if you know someone who is, consider adopting a cat. Not just for the cat's sake, but for yours. You might just find that in giving them a home, they give you something priceless in return. A longer, healthier, and happier life